How's it going, everybody? It's me, Shane. I'm here to give you another Pokemon Horizons episode review. Today's episode is episode 17, Kaiden and Hogator Secret Training. Before I go any further, please don't make it a secret. Go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Be notified of more videos such as this one. So, our overall episode here is all about why Wattrel, I don't know, I've been calling Wattrel by his Japanese name so much. I think I really like the Japanese name a lot. But Wattrel and Fuecoco, both of them Pokemon of Roy, getting along. And it kind of seems like Wattrel's pretty surly, or at least grumpy. I think he has Napoleon syndrome, but we'll get to that in just a moment. Actually, I have a bunch of notes here that actually I need on my phone. There we go. But I'll get to that in just a moment. So essentially, you have Kaiden that's trying to sunbathe, and initially all this started because Fuecoco is sunbathing too. You know, he's a gator, right? And every time Watcher kept moving, Fuecoco would move with him, and he was just getting on his nerves. And it's so funny. I'm pretty sure I took a picture of this. Like the face. Roy's Watcher's eyes are already square, right? Because originally Watcher's eyes are big round circles. So this Pokemon giving Fuecoco the I know, I know he did not just do that face is completely hilarious. As a matter of fact, all of Wattrel's facial expressions are funny. Like when they're gonna go battle him and Fuecoco, or in Fuecoco battling Captain Pikachu, his eyes are wide like the regular Wattrels, and that's his way of trying to intimidate Captain Pikachu, just making that anime sweat drop appear. It's like, oh, he's trying to provoke him. Okay, okay, we got it. What it's just hilarious, hilarious. This little Pokemon is. Um, and how do we get the idea about fighting together? Well, the whole ruckus they cause because when Fuecoco sings, Kaiden gets annoyed at both him and Roy and just starts screeching. It's time for lunch. Everybody goes in and eats. But they do hear the battle between Charizard and Captain Pikachu. And Roy's like, hey, why are they fighting? And Frida's basically saying, well, it's stress reliever. You know, you really stress. And at the same time, it helps you foster a bond together. And so that's where Roy gets the idea of, okay, I'll have these two battle Captain Pikachu, because remembering when him and Liko, both of them battled together to fight Captain Pikachu so they can learn a bit better about battling, it kind of helped them. This time, this did not help. They were both battling separately. We do know that Watcher has another attack. It is Spark. Very interesting how that Spark looks. I thought it was, well, we'll get to that in a minute, but I thought it looked like Wild Charge based on its powered up version. And they both easily lose to Captain Pikachu because they're, Tackle and Spark, they're attacking not together, just separately at the same target, and end up running into each other and fighting each other once again. So Roy, again, he's coming up with the idea of maybe I should ask Dot for some help. And our second thorough line here is Liko considering getting a second Pokemon because Orla brings it up. She says, so are you thinking about getting a new Pokemon? And she's like, I never thought about that. It's kind of like, you kind of should have thought about it, right? I mean, you're a Pokemon trainer. And she's like, yeah, it's true that eventually I probably will get another Pokemon, but I never thought about having someone else besides Sprigatito. And just super coincidentally, that is what Nidothing, aka Dot's stream, is about. It's about, hey, should you, train one Pokemon until it's super strong, or should you get another, get other Pokemon and make more friendships? And the answer is both, obviously. The answer is both. The more you battle and train together, the stronger your bonds will be, the more friends you'll make. Both are correct. And when Roy goes to ask Dot, oh, what was it? What was he about to ask? Oh, I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself about that. Pardon me. reason why he's going to go ask Dot is because after this battle, Dot informs the crew, well, Free, that there's going to be turbulence. They can't go around it, they got to go through it. So everybody's hankering down. Liko's helping Molly get the Pokemon settled in. Roy and Fuecoco and Wattrel are still outside. And they're trying to come in, but the winds are too strong. Wattrel ends up flying off and it comes back. And Fuecoco has on Roy's hat. That's very cute that he gave his Pokemon his hat. And Liko comes to, tell them to come in because they didn't come in yet. And as a tree branch is on his way to hit Roy and Wattrel because he catches him, Wattrel's wings start sparking, and he does spark, but it's powered up. And of course, the Pokedex is saying, oh well, Rotom Phone Dex is saying that Watchers get their power from wind. It helps them generate more electricity, which I'm wondering, I guess this is Wattrel's other ability where it gets a boost from, wind and stuff. And so Roy's trying to figure out, okay, this could match Captain Pikachu's Thunder Punch, but how can I get him to do it, right? And that's when he goes to Dot. And this whole time, even beginning of the episode, Liko is freaking out still that, she is basically lives in the same place with Nidothing. Doesn't really know how to interact because she's in Nidothing's room. She didn't even want to bother her. But of course, Dot's like, don't cause all this ruckus, just come on in. And she's like, I don't know how this little guy can do it. Because apparently Roy's Wattrel is smaller. And it dawns on me that it's a Napoleon complex. Because when Quaxley's kind of looking at him, he kind of turns away from it. And Fuecoco's looking at him, he just turns completely around. It's like, okay, you have a little man complex. That's funny. That's very funny. And Dot comes with the idea, well, maybe if you come from a high enough, if it jumps from a high enough space, it can get enough, of that wind power coming so it can do it. So Roy's like secret training time. And it comes up with something with Fuecoco and Wattrel basically asking Fuecoco to really help because if they do it together, they'll be able to win. And Fuecoco is the easier of the two. Even earlier when he was asking Fuecoco, he's like, hey, just let it go. It's okay. Wattrel, he just want to get close to you. Well, hey, let it go. Fuecoco's the one that's usually like, okay, I'll let it go. Now, they're basically the secret technique. Very cute, very funny. And I love the reactions that Molly and Orla have looking at this, like, what? And you have all three of these goofballs. They train throughout the night, mind you. Liko had to bring them sandwiches, and Roy's trying to keep it a secret, right? She's like, I mean, you don't have to keep it a secret, but you know what? All right. So, again, all this in her mind. And when the next day comes and it's time to challenge, re-challenge Captain Pikachu, you have Fuecoco on top of Roy's head, and then you have Wattrel on top of Fuecoco, and he goes, Roy, the Pokemon, if they translated what the Pokemon were saying, it's basically Roy, Fuecoco, Wattrel, special technique. But you have Roy saying, Roy, honey, bird chirp, and all of them saying special technique in their respective languages. It is hilarious. It's cute. I enjoyed it. The ladies were like, I don't even think I understood what they were trying to say. So Roy pushes them up. Fuecoco embers until they get higher. Wattrel lets go, and they can start making a dive. And Fuecoco's using the embers. And as they're about to make contact, making a Captain Pikachu jump, and Fuecoco chases, they make Captain Pikachu lose Cap's hat. And Captain Pikachu can maneuver in air way too easily. Like, you would think that this is what the flying Pikachu should be able to do, even though it's traditionally with balloons, because he's moving his tail around and just easily dodging them in midair. And of course, they miss, they collide, they get knocked out. But everyone congratulates them. They say, you know what, you guys did a good job. That was great. Really good idea. You almost had it. Even Freed says, that's a great job. Dot was watching as well. Everyone's proud of him. Even Liko thinks, you know what, did a good job, Roy. Now, I did almost forget to tell you the words that Landau said, because he said, the sky turns, stars move, though they may look the same, They never stand still. The same is true of people in Pokemon. You're basically saying you got to move forward, get stronger, do better. I enjoy the message. It's a good message there, laying down. At the end of all this, when Roy and Fuecoco are doing their singing again, Wattrel actually joins in. And Liko goes, "Oh, they're all getting along together now." And it's cute and it's wonderful. And you find out at the end of this, Captain Pikachu is zipping all around the battlefield, I guess doing practice moves. And Cap said, Freed said, "Man, they knocked your cap off. You were about to get serious there for a little bit, weren't you?" So I guess that is the marker of knowing when Captain Pikachu is serious, when that hat comes off. Which through all the battles that Freed has had against like the enemy, Cap flips that cap off as if he's ready to get in a dogfight. So it makes sense. It makes sense. Our next episode coming up is actually going to be the origin of how, Freed and Charizard meet Captain Pikachu pre-Cap hat. Looks like Captain Pikachu is going to be a difficult Pikachu, almost like every other protagonist Pikachu that we meet. Just want to check my notes here. Again, just I love the interactions the Pokemon have, right? You see Fuecoco taking off Roy's hat and bringing it, shuffling it over to him. Fuecoco is just... Although I am upset that for Gen 9 they did not give us a Fire Bull to continue the Zodiac, Fuecoco is probably my favorite new Pokemon. And I usually don't go head over heels for new starters. But before I forget, we got to do a Pokemon seminar. Yeah, this video went kind of quickly, didn't it? Yep, the Pokemon seminar this weekend, or should I say this week? Probably tons of people enjoy this Pokemon the most. It is Rockruff. This Pokemon first originated in Gen 7 on Alola. It would have turned into technically 3 different forms: a midday form, a dusk form, and a dawn. Is that the dawn form? And a dawn form, which all look different. They're rock type Pokemon. Basically rock type Pokemon. Different stats. Rockruff's nose is very sensitive, allowing it to help find a lot of things. And it gets along with people very well. It is very much a beginner Pokemon for beginner trainers. We do get the cute outro for that one was Rockruff catching Fuecoco with a berry. Very, very, very funny. Now, I don't think I'm missing anything. This is kind of a simple episode, and the funny thing about it is I greatly enjoyed it. I like the interactions we get with the people in Pokemon. I like the fact that Dot, I'm Nidothing, it's out there. I still think it's funny that a lot of her video topics of the day have to do with what they're doing. I'm not knocking it. I find it funny. I like coincidences like that in shows. It's kind of like that in almost every kid show. Someone's thing going on has something to do with the main problem here. Hopefully Liko does end up getting over the whole I live with my favorite streamer. I'm best friends with my favorite streamer. This very much cements, I do believe that Roy's going to be the one to just, I'm the battle guy. Time for me to I wonder if they're going to go back to Paldea and he start trying to get like a champion rate. Can he get a champion rate without getting badges? I don't think so. I find it interesting. I want to know where they're going to go. But they are heading towards Galar since they got the pendant back. Time to meet Granny. I wonder what Liko's next Pokemon is going to be. I hope it's not... Oh, it might be Palmy. It's going to say I wanted Roy to get Palmy, but he has Wattrel. Because a Palmy that's on the ship is pretty cute, pretty dang adoring, pretty dang adorable. I can see her having one because, Nimona has one. That'll be a nice connection for them since Liko doesn't seem like the battling type, but she does seem like the adventurous type. It is nice to have a female protagonist for at the moment whose whole deal isn't like a contest or what was the thing they had in Kalos with Serena, wasn't contest. It's like battle performer or something like that. That was actually pretty fun. That I actually enjoyed that. But having an explore something that's akin to like the raids that Go did, I like that. This episode, I'm gonna give it a 4. I'm giving it a 4 out of 5 because of those Pokemon interactions. You know, it's nice when this world of Pokemon have every Pokemon around there, even the ones in the background, have some type of interactions with the people or other Pokemon. Like when Charizard and Captain Pikachu were done, Captain Pikachu jumped back on top of his head and was like, "Yeah, we're buddies, we're best friends." I like it. I like it a lot. But Kaiden, Wattrel's faces are hilarious. I don't know why you're watching this if you haven't seen it, but if you haven't seen it and you're listening to me right now, please go back. Matter of fact, go back right now and just look back over that little guy's face. I like that. I like the fact that it has a different facial expression from other Wattrels, just so we can distinguish it. A and B, get funny moments like this. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Did you enjoy the episode? Are you liking this? Roy being the, I don't want to say smarter Ash, but Roy being like I'm the battle guy and I trust the feelings of the Pokemon. And you can kind of see where his journey can go, where I hope it goes. I do hope if anyone between the three of these people, between Dot, Roy, and Liko, are going to get 6 Pokemon or have 6 Pokemon, I'm going to believe it's Roy. I believe Liko might have 3. Dot will probably stick with 1. I don't see Dot getting 2, probably 2 at the most, but I guarantee Roy will be the guy with 6 Pokemon. Let me know again what you think in the comment section down below. Thank you for taking some time out to listen to me talk about Pokemon Horizons. It's very fun. Oh yeah, Pokemon Worlds is actually this weekend as well. So make sure you look up the results. I actually took a little bit of time to watch the TCG finish. USA, we took that home. I know the VGC juniors just finished up and they're going into I think there's juniors, seniors, and masters. So I probably got enough time to catch it. Probably going to catch it tomorrow though. They're in Yokohama. So congrats to all the winners. Good luck next year to the runners up and everything like that. Guys, please be good, be blessed. Wash those hands. Be good to yourselves, be good to others. Either way it goes, don't be a jerk. Make sure you take care of yourself, all right? Realize that you are never alone. Even when things seem they're bleakest and they seem just bad, there are people out there that care about you. So open up to somebody, reach out to someone. There's someone out there that would rather talk to you today than to miss you and mourn you tomorrow. And a little special message for you is to say, whatever it is that you want to do and you're having doubts about it, get rid of those doubts, take a step forward, and do the thing that makes you happy. All right? All right. Hey, I believe in you. My my social medias are in the description below. Follow me, send me a message. I'll talk to you guys. Tell me which one of these videos you like. If you're coming from Pokemon, tell me your favorite Pokemon. As always, guys, I will see you next time. Or should I say, I'll catch you next time.